Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Today, DIY projects at the house. But first, take a look at this. This is what I've been dealing with all night into this morning. Yep, I've got one of my cats up in a tree. This is one of the baby kittens. If you watch the feral cat house making, that was for one of these kittens. Had a trespasser come in last night with his dog, and this one got scared right up the tree. It spent all night in the tree. So, yeah, we're trying to get it out of the tree and trying to get some projects done today. So, yeah, needless to say, we are not leaving the house. Lighting is horrible. Sorry. It is still kind of dark out here. Cold here, Florida. So, yeah, let me kind of show you what we got going. Got to go ahead. I've got to move this greenhouse off of the patio. I've got to move some pavers, and we have to expose the piping for the dry well. I've got to go ahead and I've got to drill some holes in the piping. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to go take care of that right now. That's part of it today. Okay, come on. There's a border right here, so we have to lift up the fabric. We've got to take out the border. So, wherever best position. Trying to do it, they have plastic tabs. Putting it down. I'm going to be gentle and trying. Yep, that's what I said. Yeah. We should be able to get those pipes. Grab good. No, that needs to. Yeah, forgot about those. Okay, why don't you start digging a little bit from like right in here. All right, and hopefully somewhere in between here is where it should be. Right there. I'm gonna go get a utility knife. You should hear a thud. If you don't, then we're probably off. It's right here. Right here. rid of it all. Definitely right. That's it right there. Right? Didn't get that one. It's not going. Nope, can't get that. Rocking away or something. I know, stuck. Come over here. All right, guys, so we got 26 holes, 13, and they punctured through, so 26, and that should help disperse the water even more. Now we're going to go ahead, we're going to seal it up, then we move on to the next project. Okay, we are all sealed up here. Will it require maybe a little bit more leveling out, pounding out some more sand? Yeah, but it's good for right now. And over time, it's all going to settle back in. So I am not too worried about that. Okay, still got the cat in the tree behind me. She hasn't come down yet at all. So now we got the dry well all done. Could I have bought perforated pipe? Yes, but this pipe was already in place. It's been in place. This house was built in the 60s or 70s. Okay, so I just went ahead, made some adjustments by drilling some holes into that pipe, making the flow a little bit easier, and we should be good to go. Now let's get on to the next project. All right, the next project of the day. I've got to go ahead, take that board out, take this board out. Most likely go ahead and take this board out. That's what's got to happen next. That's critter damage. We're going to go ahead, we're going to see if we can cut that nail. That was from an existing structure, I guess. We're going to see if we can cut that out. I probably have to do another end board. And then we can tie it all back in. But yep, we have to go ahead, start cutting that out. This is a section piece. That's a section piece right there. These are section pieces. So removal and put back up. Now I should have enough plywood to do that, I hope. Out of the two pieces right there, and for the boards. If not, it's a trip to the hardware store, Lowe's, Home Depot, what have you. But I think I got enough lumber to do it. So let's get to it. Hey, Mama Cat, gonna supervise? All right, before we get into the next project, let me show you the status on the cat really quick. There she is. She's up there. We try to get her to come down here to the ladder, but she's up there. It's going on quite a few hours. All right, so we have a call into a trapper lady that we've dealt with before with getting all these cats neutered, and we'll see what she can do for us. Also, my wife went ahead and made a call to a tree service that specializes in getting cats out of trees. We just don't want this going on to 48-hour episode here. Like I said, she got chased up there by a dog. Some guy was trespassing here, getting his dog, and that dog scared the hell out of this cat. And yeah, it's been up in that tree overnight, back and forth on small limbs, small branches. It's not a good situation. It's up high. The cat's never been up that high that we have known, and it's just not coming down. So yeah, that's the deal with the cat. Now let's get back onto the projects. Trying to be neat, not gonna happen. That one's stripped too. They're stripped. Somehow these screws are stripped. Can't get them out. Pause that, please. All right, for some reason the camera shut off, so you didn't get me using a pry bar for this. But that's what I had to do. The interior boards appear to be okay. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take this board off right here. But yeah, the interior boards appear to be okay, so I'm not gonna have to rework any of that stuff. Let's get at it. So we're thinking about to use a crowbar in order to pry some of this off. That's because the screws are stripped, and there's no other way for me to do it. There we go. excuse the messy work area. I went ahead and I marked the board. As you saw, I cut it down roughly 4 feet, a little under 4 feet to be exact. I've kind of marked out where the screws are going to go onto those blocker boards, rafter boards. So I'm going to go ahead, pre-drill them, so that way we can go ahead and screw them in. Should work like a charm. I say that because nothing works like a charm. Yep, we're going to go ahead, pre-drill them. Let's get started. We'll leave the one on the end to last. There's a knot on this end right here where I'm drilling. That's why I'm taking a little bit more. Okay, done a little pre-drilling into the boards to see if I'm on. I'm good here. I'm good here. I am off here. So I'm gonna have to back that out, move it over just a little bit, then we can go ahead and screw it in. I should probably be pre-drilling this before I put the screw in. But we're going to chance it. Looks like I'm going to be on. Camera light. Or phone light. It helps. All right, we'll go ahead and put this one on, and I'll see if I'm going to drill that or not. We'll go on to the next step. This one here, just a little bit off. I can move it up just a little bit, and then we'll be on. These are countersunk pretty good in there. I like it. That's a little more. We'll do a little more. I like it. I like it. Any kind of gaps that I have that are up in here, I'm going to end up filling up with some foam. This roof is getting replaced. Anyhow. All right, so we got that board on. It's a little bit thicker than this board, which is great. There goes Mama Cat. All right, so right here. All right, this metal right here, it's all curled up. A lot of it's curled up. All right, the roof is old. Like I said, it's going to get replaced. Mini crowbar and mallet. Seems to be bending the metal down really good. I know this isn't the professional way. It's the DIY way. That's all you gotta do, folks. If I can do this, you can do this. Simple project. DIY. Don't have to be a professional. I'm having the roof replaced, like I said. This is a temporary fix for the problem that I had. That's replacing the board underneath. Sideboard here, it was rotted out, destroyed. I thought a critter had gotten into it. Turned out to be no signs of a critter. Thank goodness. Let me bring you up here and show you. All right, folks, bear with me. You might get a little sun glare. But as you can see, we bent the metal back. Again, I'm sorry for the glare. But yeah, seems to solve that problem. All right, so this stuff has sealed itself inside of here. I don't know how, but it has. It's about this full, sealed itself. Ridiculous. We've got these little strips, and I'm gonna go ahead, cut them down, put them up against that metal in the rafter, and that should be fine for what it is for right now. Okay, it's just a little bit of backing. I just want to use that to seal it up a little more, use that for backing. This is going to be the same thing in essence, but it's going to be wood. Maybe not this one, kind of junk. But I think you get the gist of it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these, put them up in that rafter, and then we're going to work on the plywood piece. Might have to go ahead and strip this one. I'm not sure. But we're going to go ahead. We're going to see how it is with it like this at first. If it does it, then we'll go ahead. We'll cut it along here. This is the worst part of it right here. The rest of it's really good. So yeah, we're going to try this out now.
I don't have anything long enough to hold up this board. So as you can see, clamps. Roof, holding up the board, so far so good. I want to get some screws in here, start these rows, and then hopefully that'll self-support and I can finish it out. Sorry for the sun glare. It is like right at the angle where the camera is. So doing my best to show everybody what is going on at this time. That's hurting my neck, so I've got to come down. I've got to look and see. Straightness is not so straight, and that one is bent. I don't know why that was in bin. That was bin. It's another bent one. Brand new bucket of screws. I've got two that are bent. They're not even hitting anything. Just bent. Yeah. All right, so we got that new board installed. We got this new board installed. I left that one in place for now. Gonna have to fill it in with foam right there. There's a little bit of a gap right in there, so I'll have to do that. Eventually this board will come out, but like I said, the whole roof is going to be getting done at some point. So now we finished that right there. I've got to go ahead and I've got to measure and cut for this. Seal it all up. All right, so this end cap is a little bit of trial and error. I believe I have the right angle there. Then I've got to cut just straight across here, and I'm probably going to still have to be trimming, although I'm not really sure. Sorry, I'm yelling. Here, mouse. I'm going to be doing the saw in a minute. Yeah, and if I mess this up, then I have to buy another board or figure something else out. I don't have another one of these. I only bought one. So, yeah, let's saw this and see if it works. All right, so it's not going to work. My diagram did not come out. And this piece right here, I've got to trim this before I can slide anything in. Unfortunately, that worked for the old boards, not the new setup. So let's get to cutting this out, and we're probably going to do some piecing in here. Is what's going to happen. Yep. Let's get started on that and see if that does it. That's what we're going to do. Put a little roll of nails here. Then I'll do another piece up here. Overlap this. That's what it's going to be. But don't forget, this roof is getting redone at some point here. So this is probably not going to matter. They'll probably rip this apart, insulate this better. But first we're doing an outer board. I may put some metal over this or cedar shingles over this. So this is just going to be the shell for now. And then we are going to dress this up. Well, guys, my father was an engineer, and he'd be laughing at me right now. This is absolutely not the way to do things. Definitely is not. But it's a DIY project, and this is all going to get covered up. So as long as I can seal up this hole, and I can get those cedar shingles on here, this is okay. That's all right by me. He's not very good at making angle cuts, that is for sure. I am not very good at that. I will have to practice. Gotta take this off right here. It's like a jigsaw puzzle, folks. Have you figured it out yet? Do you see it coming together? Well, that one's not going to stay there. It's just going to help at the bottom there, this side. That's not staying there, that's coming out. My father might have approved of this. He might approve. Only for a quick fix. If you knew cedar shingles were going on it, then yeah, you might be okay with it. not horrible. That's not going anywhere, and that got sealed. And I can do spray foam right along in there. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna close this up. The main thing was just to get this sealed up, folks. Just to go ahead, get it sealed up. Keep out any kind of critters. Now I'm not really happy with that gap right there. So, see if we can drive a little nail into that. I'm gonna put one here in this bump too. Leaving just a little bit of the head out. I'm gonna do the cedar. I'm gonna have to pull it back up. I don't want any issues in doing that. Like I said, just to reiterate, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to seal that with spray foam. I'm going to go out and buy some, but yeah, I'll do that. I've got one portion underneath to do with the spray foam, and then this should all be sealed up really good. Well guys, as you can see, that's Tango, the orange cat, but Willow is out of the tree. Yep, she's out of the tree. The tree service guy showed up today to help, but Willow decided she would go to another tree in the neighbor's yard and hike all the way down it. She figured it out today. Cat appears healthy. She's eating, she's drinking, she's out of the tree. All right, folks, we are all cleaned up. I'll empty that trash later. Yep, we are all buttoned up here. We're all buttoned up. Like I said, that area up there, that one there, along there. We're going to spray foam that, seal it up even tighter, and it will be all good to go. Thank you all for joining me today on this DIY project. Appreciate it. From the water pipe that we had to go ahead and take care of, that's just a dry well pipe. I could have bought perforated pipe, yeah, but I didn't. Put some holes in it. It's good to go. It's been there forever, okay? This right in here, this has to get done from time to time. Put new boards up, get it done. No big deal. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see all of you on the next adventure. Oh, hit that notification bell, guys. If you're not seeing the videos like you should, notification bell. That lets you know when they're coming. Take care, everybody.